What's up, YouTube? FatKings Phil coming at you for my week 65 and 66 update from vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which I had back in July of 2013. Details are below. This is kind of a follow-up to my Aussie trip video. Stats up there in the corner have not changed, although I do see my nutritionist this week. But I will talk a little bit about weight-related issues today, which is a little crazy. But first off, I wanted to not apologize, but I wanted to let people know that I kind of felt bad about keeping the whole Oz thing a secret, but I wanted it to have maximum impact. I'm a little more sorry about the whole misinformation campaign. I know some of you got information that I was actually going to New Orleans to meet up for TJ's birthday, but that did not actually come down to pass. Anyway, so yes, I apologize for the misinformation, but I really want to keep people off the hunt. That being said, this video is going to be a little weird. Especially after yesterday's video. I will not say that they are unrelated. But before we get into that, while I was in Oz, I weighed in on male scale and I was 94 kilos, which was down quite a bit. That's down from where I was, as you can see up there in the corner. Last time I weighed in, I was 95.3 kilos. And so I knew I was down, but I'm like, different scale, you know, it could be off by that much. So I got home here. I didn't weigh on Monday. I figured I'd wait till my normal Tuesday weigh-in just because I normally do that. And lo and behold, I weighed in at 203.2, which is the lowest weight ever, period. I don't know that I'm excited about that. We'll see about that on Thursday, but I will tell you that I noticed a big difference in my body from 210 to 203. And I like it. I like it. My midsection is a little bit tighter. Some of that loose skin that I thought was just loose skin is a little bit closer to the body. And I'm not upset about that. So I'm kind of liking 203 right now. So that's interesting. There is a little part of me that's like, I'm so close to 200 now. Maybe I should try just to see if I can get to 199 just for a day. But I have to look and see at what this 5-pound loss, well, more than 5 pounds, really, 8 pounds total, but 8-pound loss really was in that week and a half. So I'm assuming there's some water from working out that I will pull back on, but yeah, crazy. So anyway, we will see what happens on Thursday. We'll see what my stats are. I have a bad feeling I lost some muscle. That's a lot of weight to lose in a short time without muscle. And I really attribute it to the amount of activity that we had going on in Australia and the amount of different types of eating. Mel and I ate all kinds of things. We had sausage rolls, we had meat pies, we had kangaroo steak, we had coffees daily. We had mainly the Aussie coffees that I got used to were mainly milk with coffee in it and, one sugar. We would share things when we were out, snacks, protein bars, stuff like that. So we were eating. It wasn't like we weren't eating. And then our last night together, we had sushi in Brisbane, and we ate a good fair amount of food. I mean, I think we took home 3 pieces of things between 4 plates, so we did okay. And it was great. I loved everything we ate, and I loved trying new things and trying things that in the past I didn't like. And I said, screw it. I'm in Australia. I'm gonna eat whatever is pretty much put in front of me. Sans like if they put something grotesque like a spider, cooked spider or something, I wouldn't have eaten that, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'll try new things. So I don't know, it worked. I'm hoping that if I didn't see big muscle loss, maybe it's good to mix up the diet. Maybe the Aussies have got something going there with a little bit lower protein, and more rounded choices. So we'll see. I definitely plan on cooking some new things in my diet, just based on that trip alone. Okay, this is where this is going to get weird. And it might get emotional. After the last couple of days, I guarantee nothing on this, and I don't guarantee making any sense to anybody. And I think you guys will probably read into it more than I intend, but the things I can't talk about, the things I don't feel comfortable talking about are kind of related to this for me specifically, but I found a bigger message in it that I kind of wanted to share. So sometimes on this journey, you're going to find things in your life that you didn't know were missing. Okay. Maybe you didn't even know they existed. I mean, I certainly found levels of happiness and made connections that I didn't even know were possible. Okay. Not that I haven't had great friends or, relationships and things like that before, romantic or otherwise. I just didn't know to the level of which I could feel, because I spent a whole life trying not to feel because I was the outsider. I was always trying to worry about what everybody else wanted or needed, or how they felt. And I always was trying to please them so I would be well liked, whether that was conscious or just, fat kid mentality. And the problem is that the rub in as you start to realize these things is you become afraid of losing that happiness. Like, you start feeling things you've never felt before, and then you get scared you're going to lose it. So sometimes you start to keep it at arm's distance out of fear or feeling unworthy, or because you're following some kind of code or something that you put in place to protect your self-esteem when you were fat and you didn't want to get hurt. And sometimes you even do things in an attempt to protect other people, and you're trying to think your way through something you should be feeling your way through. And sometimes, we're really not good at that as fat kids. Again, a lot of us tend to suppress our emotion. So we try to think through these things because we're not used to feeling our way through them. And we ignore what we want, and we ignore what we need as people. And sometimes when you do that, you hurt other people, and you don't mean to, or yourself. And it's all part of the learning process. It's all part of the growing process. And you just need to kind of give yourself some forgiveness there, because sometimes people can't forgive you, but at least you can forgive yourself. And instead of amazing, you settle for, instead of amazing where you've got to risk everything and put yourself out there, you settle on, hey, I have this thing and it's good, and I should just be happy with this because I'm the fat kid and I'm lucky to even have this. But you're not anymore. And if you had that attitude and if you had taken that attitude into having VSG, you never would have done it, because to have VSG, you've got to put yourself first. You've got to make extreme, risky changes to your life, to your relationships, to your belief system. You have to fight your demons, the doubts, the fears. And that's what it takes. It takes full on leap of faith to get what you really wanted. And when you look back, everything seems worth it. In the process, along the way, sometimes you get frustrated. Sometimes you hit stalls. Sometimes you, feel like you're never going to make goal. The closer you get, you just can't finish. You can't cross the line. You get fear about not being able to complete it. You come up with 1,000 reasons why you're going to fail. You don't look at all the successes that you had. You don't look at all the good things that you have done and that are waiting for you just a little further down the track. And I'll tell you, you have to apply that same thing to that same tenacity to everything in life that comes your way now. And things are going to come your way through this journey, just as you reawaken who you are. And I'm telling you, I don't care how impossible something seems, you need to think outside the box and really push yourself to try, even if it's a long shot. Because if you don't, somewhere along the way, you're going to be haunted by the thing you really wanted, and it'll eat at you every day. And if you don't fight, you'll end up getting hurt anyway. And you'll just be full of regret then. But if you fight and you lose, at least you fought. So I don't know if this makes any sense. I'm hoping it's reaching someone who's got time on the clock still to get back some of the things that maybe they've avoided going after. I mean, maybe your clock's reading 11:59, and when you hear this, and my God, fight now. Because at the stroke of midnight, it's kind of gone. And it's not coming back. So apply what you did with VSG to everything in your life, even if people are going to get hurt along the way. Don't hurt people intentionally, but don't let yourself just be the one that gets hurt all the time. That's not any better. Because you got to live with you in the dark. Anyway, sorry guys. I try to make it through with no choking up, but I'm still a little sleep deprived. I'm still a little emotional from saying goodbye to all the Aussies. I'm going through some struggles in my personal life, and you know, I probably shouldn't be making this video today because I'm still very jet lagged, but this will be another one of those videos where next week I'll be apologizing for all the vein opening. So I apologize, but I hope it helps somebody. All right, remember, I think it's good to be the king.